And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, the 28th of November, 2020. 1925, on this day in Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry began broadcasting over WSM, new radio station started by the National Life and Accident Insurance Company. WSM stood for We Shield Millions, and the show was called the WSM Barn Dance. It's the birthday of the novelist Rita Mae Brown, born Hanover, Pennsylvania, 1944, wrote a novel, Ruby Fruit Jungle, about the coming of age of a lesbian. Nobody wanted to publish it at the time, but it has since sold more than 1 million copies. And it's the birthday of the poet and artist William Blake, London, 1757. When he was just 4 years old, he had a vision that God was at his window, and a few years later went for a walk, saw a tree filled with angels, their wings were shining. When he was 14, he apprenticed to an engraver, and so he made his own books. Not long after that, his beloved brother Robert died, and Blake claimed that he saw his brother's spirit rise through the ceiling, clapping its hands with joy, and had regular conversations with his dead brother after that, and from him learned a method of engraving called illuminated printing, in which Blake would design an image in acid-resistant liquid and then etch away everything else with acid, leaving a relief image to which he could apply paint. He used the technique for many of his great works, including Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. He died at the age of 69, William Blake, spending the day of his death working on a series of engravings of Dante's Divine Comedy. At the time of his death, he was rather obscure, best remembered for his engravings, or maybe his one famous poem, The Tiger. But the consensus was that he was insane, and his books had sold very few copies. It wasn't until more than 30 years after his death that a biography of Blake by Alexander and Anne Gilchrist established his reputation as an important artist. William Blake, who said, "Without minute neatness of execution, the sublime cannot exist. Grandeur of ideas is founded on precision of ideas." Here's a poem for today by William Blake from his Songs of Experience, 1794, The Schoolboy. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Ah, then at times I drooping sit, and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? O father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing year when the blasts of winter appear? The Schoolboy by William Blake. That's the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, November the 28th. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.
Revisit everybody's favorite hometown with Garrison's new novel, The Lake Wobegon Virus, available in hardcover, and audiobooks at GarrisonKeeler.com and at Amazon.